or its toe or anything, she needs to leave it alone. It ain't her business. It's creepy as hell. Okay, a number between 50 and 100. And I got it written down. And the first one I see and gets him. Alright, we're not discussing it no more. Alright, it's not 75, not 47, but 47 is one of my two favorite numbers. Not 64, but that's... I had to look. Oh, wait, it is. It is. I thought I wrote 62, but it was 64. Easy Ray is very connected with me today. Okay, I followed you back. Easy Ray. It was 64. I had to re-look because I thought I wrote 62, but as soon as you put that, I was like, wait, no, you're reading my mind. Okay. I changed it last minute. It's like you changed my thoughts. Okay, I followed you back and you got an entry. Who said 62? You also guessed 62. I was going to give that person an entry too, so I'm going to give you 2 free entries, Izzy, because you guessed the 2 that was on my head. It's like you're tuned into me, so I'm going to give you 2. Y'all, this has been so much fun today. Yeah. That was impressive. But you guessed both of the things I was thinking. Like, you made me question what I was thinking. You got in my brain. Who are you? Because I was thinking the same thing when I was in Tennessee. And I went from the camper to the other place. And I could feel what, I knew exactly what Burbaby was doing, that she was working for Indian Outlaw and then pretending to be a friend. As soon as she gave out my location, I figured it out. And around that time, Izzy came in my life, and I felt very connected. I want to know, we're spirit connected. You have some kind of gifts. You're in my brain. Yeah, we'll do this more often. This is fun. All right, let's take a break and I'll keep giving out more free entries because this is my last Diamond Art ever, so I want everybody to have a chance to win one, even if they can't afford anything. If you do want an entry, it's 500 coins, but we're going to give out a bunch of free ones today, so I'll be working on it here in a few minutes. I got to finish my hair. You can come up and do Diamond Art with me sometime. I'm still going to do Diamond Art, but this is just the last one I'm going to give away because all these people have just ruined my life over it so they can take what was working for me. Like, it's just weird. Like, weird. It's weird. I will dial your number just to listen to your breath. I would stand beside your rail to hold the hand of death. Y'all, I want you, if you know any filmmakers or writers or people that maybe have like a talk show, I want y'all to start helping me get my name out there because I want to tell my whole story about what has happened through my journey, and especially this past year with gang stalking. And I want to help others, and I need somebody I can trust to work with. I thought I found somebody, and he turned on me and made a lot of money off of me with the gang stalkers, with the info I'd given him. And I don't want to work with him at all. So I want to start over. But I do want to tell my story with someone. If there's a filmmaker or a writer or somebody I can trust that would work with me to tell my story, have them reach out. God will tell me if it's right or not. But if I can show like what actually happened with like Big Keen and Slot, that time that they pretended to help me out of abuse and they were actually working with the abusers, that part of the story has to get out there. It has to get out there. What they use social media influence to do is it's sick. I will dial your number. People that y'all trust and you listen to, they tell you things that they make money to say. They aren't telling you the truth. Like Big Keen did not know anything about that situation. He did what Slot paid him to say. And that's the thing. It wasn't an issue with me and Big Keen. Big Keen was getting paid to lie about me being a scammer when he's the one that sells his Chick-fil-A cup for $100 and I was eating out of the motherfucking garbage. He was the scammer, but Slot paid him to say I was a scammer so y'all would think I was a scammer so you would bully me and leave me homeless because some big creator said. And that's effed up. It's effed up because I want to stop it from happening. I don't want it to happen to somebody else on this app. But that's why God put me through it, because it was happening to lots of people on this app. He can do and say what he wants and people take it as value, but it's not. It's him being paid off, and that's why I exposed the money that was exchanging hands. That's why I got involved in raising money to expose it, because I had never raised money before, but I did to expose what these people were doing. They pay people off to sway the narrative. And that's what Indian Outlaw did, Slot did, Big Keen did, and it was all one big group of hatred. That's why I want to tell this story, because I can't just sit here and go over the whole last year of my life, but I want to work with someone. I want to work with a filmmaker or someone that writes and tell the whole story of what's happened through homelessness after my diagnosis with autism during school and everything. And I want to show my journey, and I want to show like what happens when you try to help others on TikTok, that people will literally pick you apart. I can get in public. That's the thing. I was in burnout and I was off grid because I was in burnout, and it's not like my whole life I haven't been able to be in public, but I've been an autistic woman and I've had troubles and issues, and there's things that I need accommodations and acceptance for, but it doesn't mean I can't function, period. Y'all are making all that up in your head because somebody's lied to you. But I was in public. I was a flight attendant. I worked at restaurants. I raised my kids. I graduated from college. I was in grad school. I was doing a good job. I just got the shit beat out of me, and my ex-husband was cheating on me with my mama, and girls he met on phone sex lines and pushed me up against the counter when I was pregnant, and then he paid off my mom and two of my aunts. Then while he's off living his life, and then his new wife starts targeting me and going after everything I try to do on my own. She was even contacting girls from the homeless shelter and Slot and anybody I would go live with to try to tear me down, and that's how all this happened. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all in the beginning, and nobody listened to me, and then they became part of the world's largest smear campaign, and it's all got out of control, but I'm fighting against it. And I can't go in public. I was just in burnout and hiding from these idiots who are gang stalking me. And instead of like leaving me alone and letting me go do, they get into everywhere I go and mess it up and go through my garbage and sell my information and do weird stuff to profit, which is what I've been saying has been going on all year. And they're just proving it to you, honey. They're just showing you that I'm not lying, and yet you still don't believe me. Whatever, it don't matter. God sees it. And he's got me. I would dial your number just to listen to your breath. I would stand beside your dildo at the end of death. You don't know how far I'd go. I can't find that button. Okay, quick invite. We're gonna do quick invites. Let's see what happens. This could go wrong in so many ways. So it just goes like Russian roulette, and then whoever it lands on, it connects you at the end of the time. So we'll have a battle in 25 seconds. If y'all want to do this. It seems like a terrible idea to me, but I'm the king of terrible ideas, so. And I am trying to work on my socialization, so let's see. Here we go. Cross your fingers. It says it's doing it now, but it's not. This is weird. What's happening? Alright, it's not working anyway. I tried. We're just gonna sit here together. I can't do battles because I tried. It won't pull nobody up. Look how handsome this guy is. Where's he at? You're handsome. Alright, we'll do one more free entry into the Dominar, and then we'll try again to do more battles, but I don't know if it's going to work. It looks like it's just not pulling nothing up. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't like that one. Thank you, Gertie. Thank you. What is my grandmother's name? I'll give somebody a free entry. The first one to get my grandmother's name. Bonus points if you know my grandpa's name. My spirit guides, my grandparents. If you know my granny's name. Ashley got it. I mean, I think the B was to be an N. But yeah, Ashley, and then Izzy Ray really got close because it was Norma Jean Hazel Baker, and my papa was Jack. That's who my son's named after. He was my spirit guide. When he passed away, I was only 11, and I had a dream about what was happening. God tried to help me save him, and I called my granny. I lived in Ohio at the time, and I called. Okay, let me get Ashley. I called my granny to let her know, and she sent this guy out to find him, and his name he lived in Slab City. The guy who found my pawpaw, he was already passed away by the time he got there, but he tried. He went by the name Sky at that point, but he was something else when he lived in Waterloo, Alabama, and found my pawpaw. But that same guy lived in a bunker in Slab City when I was homeless there, and I was telling this story, and he said, "Yeah, I found him. That's like what messed up my life, like that he was passed away, and it made things hard and stuff." And that same man lived in Slab City. Like the odds of all this, if I'm not on a spiritual path, are zero. But I swear on Peter, that is completely true. All that really happened. But that's when I started getting abused by my family because I knew these things. I was very spiritually connected to God, and they didn't like it. They were very jealous and hateful, and they didn't know how I was doing what I was doing, but they didn't want me to know stuff. They wanted me to keep my mouth shut. They wanted me to play their games, and I was a chosen person on a chosen path here for change, and so I wasn't going to do that. So they've all punished me my whole damn life, and that's why they all testified in court against me and stuff, because they didn't understand me. I'll have to look that up. Shay, Ashley, I got your entry into the Diamond Art through my pawpaw, Jack. So he picked my name, Tabitha, which is the prophecy of my life. He was preaching on Tabitha the morning I was born. I was actually supposed to be a boy. They told the doctors I was going to be a boy, and my name was going to be Blake. But that morning, he was preaching on Tabitha, and in the chapter, it talks about how Tabitha died, and Jesus and Peter saved Tabitha's life, and she came back and she lived her life in service to others. So when I went from grad school to homelessness, I knew my calling was to live my life in service to others, and that was the prophecy. And so I knew that's what I was supposed to do when I was in the desert, and I knew that God was going to lead me out to help end homelessness for me and others. And when I start talking about that, people think I'm cuckoo, and that's fine, but it's still happening. Still happening. Okay. I'm trying to think